Hi, and welcome to the Little Back House. My name is Sandra, and I am the owner and artisan behind this channel. Today we are going to take a plain vase and transform it into this lovely gold leaf and decoupage vase. And then I am going to take this ordinary duck and we're going to give it a touch of gold leaf. And I think they turn out lovely. So first I gave this vase a coat of salt wash and paint. I did an equal parts mixture and I covered it. It had a raised painting on it and I just wanted to make sure that it was really covered. So I gave it 2 coats of that and then I let it dry. I did try to put a milk paint over it because I kind of wanted to see. I felt like the color might have been too dark. So I did a Granny Smith green milk paint wash on the top just to kind of lighten it up a little bit and give it a lighter base. It just felt like it was too dark. So I added a little bit of water and I just gave it a nice little wash. So next up I took my heat gun and I dried it really well, and then I will be taking a piece of decoupage paper, and it's a paper from Decoupage Central, which you can find on my website thelittlebackhouse.com, as well as all the paint and supplies, or you can come in my little brick and mortar if you are local to Laverne. So here I am just drying this all up. And then I picked out one of my Decoupage Central papers. Again, I love this company. They make rice papers and all of their designs are so pretty and also just really right on trend. So I picked up this floral pattern and I simply dipped my artist's brush in water and then I just rub it along the edge of the paper, and then I'm going to tear it and it just comes apart seamlessly. You'll see a little bit of the fibers on the ends, but I really like the way that that looks. It just gives it a really organic look and it doesn't bother me at all. If you don't like those fibers showing, you could use a pair of scissors to cut it. And I'm kind of showing the phone because I did a live on this as well as the camera, so that's why you see me kind of doing both. So if you would like to see lives or behind the scenes, feel free to go over to Instagram, also under the Little Back House. And I do a lot of lives and a lot of behind the scenes over there. Okay, so once I have all the paper cut out and just kind of torn apart from that perfect edge, I will take my decoupage glue and I'll put a layer of that under, and I will go ahead and set my paper down, and then I will put a layer of the decoupage gel on top as well to seal that paper in. Okay, so once I had the decoupage paper on, I thought that I would like to use the Heavy Metals Gold paint. And I just thought that if I put that over that milk wash that I did, that it would give it that shimmer and gold. And it did, but it was very translucent, and I wanted something more of a opaque coverage. I wanted to kind of cover up that milk paint and just really give it that wow factor. And I just kind of felt like the gold paint just wasn't enough color. I just kind of felt like it kind of blended with that Granny Smith and just looked kind of yellowish. So I don't think it was the right choice. But I did do it. I did finish it up. But I wasn't happy with it. And then I went back with the gold leaf, and you'll see what a difference the gold leaf makes. And it's not to say that I don't like the gold metallic paint, because I do use it a lot on knobs and legs of furniture pieces and stuff, and I usually really like it. I just think it's because I had painted the green, the Granny Smith green underneath, and it just gave it a really yellowish cast. So that was the only reason that I wasn't, it was nice. I liked it, but it just didn't do it for me. I didn't feel satisfied. So that's why I decided to try something else. And I always say, keep trying till you like it, because if you like it, someone else is going to like it. Okay, so here it is with the gold metallic paint, and like I said, it does look really nice, and somebody might like it just like this, possibly even putting some dark wax on it, but I just wanted a little bit more. So I went ahead and I took the gold leaf by Redesigned by Prima and my gilding glue, and I went right over it once it dried. I went right over it with that, and it just gave it a little bit more of a pop of color. So there I am showing you the gilding glue, and you do need to use the gilding glue with the gold leaf. They just go hand in hand. So I will put a layer of this on, and I probably don't want like full coverage. I don't mind like if a little bit of the darker color from the original salt wash paint mixture pops through, I'm okay with that. So I'm kind of just blotching the gilding glue down sporadically, just to kind of see what look I like. I'm just kind of playing with it. So I'm just putting it anywhere because the gold leaf will only stick where you put the gilding glue. It's not going to stick anywhere else. So I'm kind of lifting my brush and not doing a solid coverage. And you'll see that towards the end when I show you the final results of the other darker paint color will pop through. And I like the way this turns out. You can let me know in the comments if you liked it the first way with the metallic paint, or if you prefer the gold leaf. I personally prefer the gold leaf on this particular project. And one thing about the gilding glue is you want to put it on and take your time, because you do have to wait a couple of minutes till it gets tacky. Once you leave it set for a few minutes, it'll become tacky to the touch, and then you can start placing down your gold leaf. Okay, so here is that first piece of gold leaf that I'm placing down. And I have been studying Katja do different projects with her gold leaf. And I noticed that she leaves the gold leaf on that little white piece of vellum that separates each piece in the packaging. And I could see why, because it's very, very tacky and it sticks to everything. So you could see the first one went on real easy. The second one I forgot and I touched it. So if you just keep it in that little piece of tissue or vellum, whatever that paint material is that's between the sheets, it's much easier to maneuver that gold leaf around. And I was really, really like intimidated to use it because it's just so delicate and fragile. Although she makes it look very easy on her channel, and I do appreciate all the tips that she gives, I was still intimidated. So if you feel like I feel, do a small piece like this vase, and then you'll see the next one up. I did a duck, and then I also did a little kitty cat. And they're just pieces that, you know, I just had in my stash, and they weren't really valuable or anything like that. And I just thought, you know, let me practice on these before I go and put it on a piece of furniture. So I'm just kind of going around and putting the gold leaf down on this vase, and I just love the way that it looks so far. It's kind of the look that I was going for, and I'm real happy with it. I feel like if I gold leaf anything, you know, especially the smalls and also especially animals, they seem to sell in the store. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do this vase, and then I did a duck and I did a little kitty cat. So I'll let you guys watch and see how I kind of go through my little trials and tribulations getting this gold leaf down. Okay, so I am just brushing off all the excess of the gold leaf, kind of pushing it down with that tissue paper. Then I'll take a little brush and I'll brush off all the excess. And I'm liking it so far. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you are liking this so far. I did decide to put some brown, the dark brown wax over it. I just think that gives it a little bit of an antique age finish. So I will go over it generously with my soft dark brown wax by the Real Milk Paint Company. And then I just give it a little wipe off. And I really like the way that that looks. And I will show you the end results in a second. Okay, so here she is in all her glory. I have her displayed in my store on one of my kind of rising situations that I have going on in there. But here's a little close-up of the gold leaf, and you can kind of see, like I said, that darker tone of the salt wash underneath. And I just kind of put it around the edges of that beautiful decoupage paper. And I left bits and pieces of that salt wash popping through, and I just think it adds to the age and the texture of the piece, and I really was happy with how this turned out. So again, you can let me know in the comments if you like the gold leaf or if you had preferred that metallic paint in the beginning. And if you are interested in any of the products, head over to thelittlebackhouse.com and you will find them. So next up, I have these adorable ducks, which I have had for a while and they have not sold. So since they've been hanging around for a while, I thought that I would do over on Instagram the difference between gold paint, metallic paint, and different undertones. So if you want to see more lives, go over to the Instagram, and I did show this one. I'll try to do more lives on YouTube. I did one. I didn't have too many people on it, but I'll keep doing them. Maybe more people will pop on. So what I decided to do is give this a chocolate base. So I did not mix it with salt wash or anything. I just gave it a chocolate chalk paint base just to cover up all the different tones. And I thought that would be a nice undertone with the gold leaf if some of it were to show through. So I just gave it 2 coats of the chalk paint in the color chocolate, and that is by Wise Owl, as I am a Wise Owl paint distributor. And again, you can find that online or in my store. And here I am getting a little better with the gold leaf, and I believe that I did put on gloves. That helps too, and not get so sticky to your hands. And then I leave the little piece of tissue on there in between. So I guess here I've already put on the decoupage, or excuse me, the gilding glue. Or maybe not. No, I think I'm just kind of showing it over on Instagram because I was doing a live. So I'll be using the gold leaf and the gilding glue. So I did 2 coats of paint. I let that dry. Now I'm going to go in with the gilding glue, and again I give it a very thin coat, and I pretty much go over most of the whole piece everywhere, because by the time you're done giving the whole piece a coat, where you started at the beginning will start to become tacky, so you can start applying the gold leaf where it's getting tacky. So here I am going to show you me applying that gold leaf. Okay, so now I'm kind of testing out that tacky feeling, making sure that the gilding glue is somewhat dry, because when it starts to dry it becomes tacky. And then I am picking up that gold leaf with that piece of tissue over it, just because I did find that to be much easier to manipulate that gold leaf. So you'll see I'm being very careful with it, and I'm going to just lay it down, and it's almost like a magnet. It just kind of gravitates towards it and grabs it. And then because I have the tissue over it, it's a little bit easier to manipulate. And I'm having a lot of fun using this. I'm glad I'm trying it on smalls, and I'm feeling a little bit more confident now to use it on bigger pieces. But I'm loving the way that it looks. Immediately on Instagram, my ducks sold. So people are liking things that are gold leafed, and I think they're going to be really good sellers for me in my store. Here is this little lovely duck. Once it was done, I did go over it with a little bit of dark brown wax, and you could choose to do that dark brown or black wax, or you could just leave it gold leaf. Now this, I did not put any colored wax on it. I just left it gold leaf, and you could see it is a little bit brighter, but here's the little kitty cat. Same way, chocolate underbase, gold leaf, but with no wax on top. And then I wanted to show you this lion that I did. I salt washed it and put a little bit of the gold metallic wax on there. So the wax is something in a small tube, and you can just apply that with your finger. That's another option too. So there are lots of options for putting gold on your pieces. So don't hesitate to try them all out and find which ones you like best for what types of pieces. So here it is again. She's sitting front and center, although she's already sold, but I thought I would just put her there to display. I did all her little baby ducklings, and it just makes a cute set. And here's this adorable vase. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of channel, please hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up so I can get more playtime and get more videos out. Thanks for watching, guys.